How consciously do you live your life? Do you really know yourself? How aware are you of your strengths and weaknesses? Let's be honest. How many times have you set a goal and given up? How many times have you said, I can actually do better, and returned to old habits? Here, I will show you a simple but very effective system to break all these cycles and really move forward. Personal SWOT analysis. I will not just give you information throughout this video, I will ask you questions, because this plan is useless without your answers. It is not enough to just watch the video to create your own development plan. You need to think, stop, write, and take action. If you are ready, let's get started. What do you think is your most significant feature that sets you apart from others? Strengths are your natural advantages. In other words, the skills, character traits, and past successes that set you apart from others come into play here. The first strength can be your innate or developed communication skills. For example, some people can easily influence the person in front of them, inspire confidence, or express their ideas clearly. Let's say you can clearly say something that everyone else is afraid to say. This is a great advantage for you. This ability can make you stand out in leadership positions, team roles, or consulting. So, how calm are you when faced with problems? The second strength could be your analytical thinking and problem-solving skills. When you encounter a problem, do you focus on producing a solution without panicking? For example, when everyone in the team blames each other for a problem at work, do you quickly analyze the picture and find the source of the problem? This makes you valuable in many areas of work, and even if you don't realize it, it could be among your strengths. Can you get up early in the morning and stick to the goals you set? The third strength is self-discipline and determination. For example, if you start a course and follow it through to the end without quitting, or if you wake up at 6 in the morning and do regular sports, this is a very rare strength. Discipline is the best friend of long-term goals, because talent can take you somewhere, but discipline will get you there. Have you identified your strengths? Great. Now it's time for your weaknesses. Which habit might be holding you back the most? It might be uncomfortable to talk about your weaknesses, but the most important step to development is to be honest with yourself. The first weakness could be procrastination. Maybe you're constantly putting things off by saying, I'll do it tomorrow. Let's say you signed up for an online course but dropped out on the third lesson, or you set a goal but left it as soon as you started. This habit can make your goals unattainable over time, but once you realize it, it becomes a manageable habit. Do you have enough confidence in yourself? The second weakness is lack of self-confidence. This situation, which prevents you from seeing your own potential, can prevent you from applying, expressing yourself, and even taking steps. Maybe someone in the past said, you can't do it, or maybe you lost faith after a few failures. But remember, this is not something you lack. It's just an aspect that needs to be supported. And the moment you realize it, development begins. When you set a goal, do you plan it, or do you proceed randomly? The third weakness is lack of planning. In other words, you have a goal, but you don't know how to reach it. For example, you want to learn English, but you don't plan when, with what, and how you will study. When this happens, time passes, but there is no progress. However, a small calendar plan, even half an hour of daily study, can take you further in weeks. Now let's talk about opportunities. Have you ever thought about what opportunities are around you that can take you further? Opportunities are related to resources outside of you. In other words, your environment, technological developments, people you may meet, open positions. The first opportunity is unlimited access to digital resources. In the past, you had to take a course and pay high fees to get a good education. Now there are great content on YouTube, Udemy, Coursera, free or affordable. Let's say you want to learn software. With a laptop and internet connection, you can progress at your own pace at home. Someone who takes advantage of this opportunity can start a brand new career for themselves. Do you really manage your time, or is life dragging you? The second opportunity is the increase in remote and flexible working models. Especially after the pandemic, many lines of business have become flexible. Being able to work from home allows you to manage your time better. For example, you no longer spend 2 hours driving to work in the morning. You can use these 2 hours for your personal development plan. You can learn a new language and develop your portfolio by taking on small freelance jobs. How much do you represent yourself in the digital world? The third opportunity is the opportunity to create a personal brand through social media. Now you can show yourself not only with your CV, but also with your digital footprint. Let's say you are interested in psychology and you share short information on Instagram. Over time, a community forms, and this can open consulting offers, educational opportunities, and even new job opportunities for you. In other words, making your own voice heard is a real opportunity in today's world. Finally, let's consider threats. What do you think slows you down the most or turns you off? Threats are external factors that can slow you down. The first threat is information overload. Yes, access to information has become easier, but it is just as easy to get lost among so many options. For example, there are dozens of books and hundreds of videos for personal development, but you don't know which one to start with. This confusion can immobilize you. The solution? Don't choose everything, just what you need right now. A goal, a resource, a step. Do you often compare yourself to others? The second threat is the comparison trap. Especially on social media, you may feel inadequate when you see everyone else's successes, happy moments, and big goals. For example, someone has found a new job, another has started a business. You still feel like you are stagnating. However, everyone's journey is different. When you do your SWOT analysis, you should only focus on yourself. What is important is what you will do, not what others are doing. How much do the comments from your environment affect you? The third threat is that your social environment resists change. When you create a development plan, those around you may not support it. Sentences like, "Are you going to be a software developer now?" or "Are you going to find a new job at this age?" may demotivate you. But remember, this is your path. Someone else's fear should not determine your goals. SWOT analysis brings you back to yourself here, allowing you to see your own potential. Now is the time to put all these strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats on paper. If you want, you can draw 4 boxes and write each one as bullet points. But the most important thing is to take action after doing this analysis. When you find the answers to questions like, what am I good at? What do I need to fix? What opportunities are open to me? What is stopping me? Your personal development plan will have formed automatically. Remember, preparing a development plan is not just about setting goals. It is also about knowing yourself, being realistic, and taking consistent steps. SWOT analysis is a unique tool for this. Maybe all 4 headings will not be clear at first, but over time, as you get to know yourself better, those boxes will start to fill in. Before I close this video here is a little advice. Don't do your SWOT analysis just once. Review it every 3 months. Your goals may change, your skills may increase, your environment may change. This update will always keep you fresh and make your plan sustainable. If this SWOT analysis sheds light on you, please share it with your friends. Maybe you can make a difference in someone's life. And remember, this video is for informational purposes only, not as a substitute for professional consulting. Every week, Ryden brings new videos on development, motivation, and strategy to the channel. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's grow together. Remember, The biggest investment is the investment you make in yourself. I am Ryden. See you on the next inner journey.